Welcome back. I'm Jess, and this is Piano Spun Yarns, a place for fiber artists and people who want to know a little bit more about the fiber in their lives. Today is Christmas Eve's Eve, or day 23 of the Advent calendar Spin Along, and we will be opening a tradition from Canada. Our tradition is the Cavalcade of Lights, and our blend is made of merino, corridale, and tussa silk. Now, for the Cavalcade of Lights, I'm pretty sure this is either going to be any color or all the colors or extremely colorful. Also, because we're in the last 2 days of the Advent calendar, I kind of expect them to pull out all the stops. So let's see what's inside of here. Very bright. Look at that. We've got these neon splotches, kind of fluorescent splotches of tussa silk going through a black, oh, look at that! A black background of merino and corridale. Kind of looks like fluorescent lights shining in the dark. That's really beautiful. It's going to look kind of wild spun. I think I'm gonna try to spin it from the fold to keep some of those color combos together. That does mean that I'm gonna spin kind of a patch of silk and then a patch of wool, which could look or could spin a little uneven, but I think it's gonna be worth it for the end product. There's already silk all over me. Just from carrying this motif from the box that they live in to here, I think this is gonna be a long one. Not too long, but a long one. We've got moose. Luckily, these moose are only 2 colors, unlike the reindeer from before. And our background is gonna be that new spin, that black with the pops of colors. And our moose themselves are gonna be with our yarn from yesterday that kind of came out kind of creamsicle looking. So there's a little orange in today's spin, but I think you'll be able to tell the difference. Let's take a look at the coat so far. So we already know that it's huge and heavy, but we had these sleeves finished, and we just added at the bottom just this new little flower motif. That is the only thing that's new on this coat. And then at the bottom, we will now have the mooses. The meese? The moose. I think it's just moose. We'll have the moose at the bottom. Today we'll be spinning on the Daedalus martin, so let's move over there a little bit and start spinning. The Cavalcade of Lights is a festival in Canada that runs from November 25th till January 7th. The Cavalcade of Lights is a free event where City Hall is transformed with thousands of bright lights that people can come see and walk around and participate. There are vendors, there's not free ice skating, a public ice skating rink, and events held in that area to make it kind of a community hub during the holidays. The Cavalcade of Lights is held in downtown Toronto, and thousands of people come to see the lights and join in the festivities during the holiday season. This kind of reminds me of a couple things around where I'm from. So I grew up in both the Philly area and the New York area. So I have been to both the German Christmas Village in Philadelphia and Times Square during the winter. And it's very reminiscent of that to me. Both of those places have public ice skating rinks and large Christmas trees and kind of villages set up. You can go and participate in vendor shopping or get food along the street. It also reminds me of something that I realized might not be common everywhere else, which is holiday light shows or magic light shows. These are drive-through light shows. And because I live in an area where you almost have to have a car. Our public transit is not sufficient to get to where you need to go. So having a car is pretty essential here. I realize that that's not true in every city in the United States, even, and it's certainly not true in other countries. But so what they will set up here is kind of large stretches of drivable road, kind of drive through areas. And throughout that road, they will set up big light fixtures with kind of thousands of little Christmas lights. And you drive through the different picturesque scenes and you tune your radio. They have their own kind of radio station that you tune your radio to so that the light shows sync up with the music that's coming through your car radio. And I just wanted to share that because I think even though they're so common to me, they are really unique to a place that has this many cars and such a high population. So maybe you didn't know that that was a thing, and now you do. I cannot wait to see what this looks like when it's finished. So let's check in on that now. This is the yarn from day 23. This yarn is so unbelievably fun and cool. It's got that black background with these fluorescent pops of silk color. And I don't like assuming that my experiences are everyone else's experiences. But if you grew up in the 90s and frequented roller skating rinks or bowling alleys, this yarn will probably remind you, like it reminds me, of a very certain carpet. It's so fun. It gives me such 90s roller rink vibes. Very pretty. It's going to be interesting to see how it knits up into the coat. Thank you for joining me here for Christmas Eve's Eve. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve and the last day of the Advent spin along, so I hope you'll come join me to see our very last wool for the 2023 Advent. And on Christmas, I will be back to show you the finished coat. And maybe there will be a surprise on Christmas. It's called piano spun for a reason, so check in on Christmas Day to see the finished coat and maybe something else. I'll see you there. Bye!